against the light. Once upon a time, in the lush floating mountains of Pandora, a young Navi named Kiri lived in a village woven into the roots of ancient trees high among the clouds. Waterfalls poured from the edges of the mountains into endless mist below, and glowing plants lit the night in shades of violet and turquoise. Kiri often stood at the edge of the woven wooden bridges, staring at the open sky where the great warriors of her clan soared on their ikran. Kiri was curious and brave, with bright blue skin marked by delicate patterns that shimmered faintly in the moonlight. While others her age practiced weaving or hunting small forest creatures, she spent her time watching the skies. She dreamed of the day she would bond with an ikran, a majestic flying creature with vast colorful wings, sharp claws, and a glowing crystal horn that sparkled like a star. The elders often reminded her that bonding with an ikran was not just about courage. It required balance, patience, and a pure heart. The ikran chose its rider as much as the rider chose it. Many young Navi had returned with scratches or tears after failing to earn a creature's trust. But Kiri was determined. One morning, before the twin suns had fully risen, she quietly left the village. The air was cool, filled with the scent of blooming skyflowers. She carried only a small knife and a braided cord, her heart beating fast with excitement and fear. She followed a narrow path that led toward the highest cliff, where wild ikra nested among jagged rocks. The climb was steep and dangerous. Loose stones tumbled into the mist below, disappearing without a sound. Strong winds tugged at her braids. Yet Kiri kept climbing, her fingers gripping the rough stone, her mind focused on her dream. When she finally reached the top, her breath caught in her throat. Dozens of ikrans circled the sky, their wings slicing through clouds. Their cries echoed across the mountains, fierce and powerful. Some perched along the cliffside, their glowing horns pulsing softly. They were more magnificent than she had ever imagined. Kiri stepped carefully forward. One large ikran with deep emerald wings and streaks of gold along its body watched her closely. Its eyes were sharp, intelligent, and unafraid. The wind whipped between them. Her training echoed in her mind. Do not show fear. Do not show dominance. Show your spirit. Slowly, Kiri approached. The ikran hissed, spreading its wings wide, revealing claws that could easily tear through flesh. For a brief moment, fear flashed in her chest, but she steadied her breathing and met its gaze. I see you, she whispered softly. The creature lunged forward suddenly, snapping its jaws inches from her face. Kiri did not retreat. Instead, she leapt. In one swift movement, she grabbed onto the base of its neck and reached for the neural bond beneath its crest. The ikran thrashed violently, wings beating against the air. They teetered dangerously close to the edge of the cliff. Kiri held on with every ounce of strength she had, her braid whipping wildly in the wind. The world seemed to spin as the ikran launched itself off the cliff. They were falling. The rush of air roared in her ears as the ground disappeared into mist below. Her heart pounded like thunder. With shaking hands, she connected her neural braid to the creatures. For a split second, there was chaos, raw emotion, wild instinct, untamed power flooding through her mind. Then silence. The ikran's wings stretched wide, catching the wind. The fall transformed into a smooth glide. Kiri felt its heartbeat, strong and steady. She felt its fear, its pride, its hunger for the sky, and it felt her determination, her wonder, her respect. They were